Welcome to the Gordon Miller Show. Today, I wanted to take you on a journey of appreciation to help you to appreciate that the Minnesota Vikings are so dominant. They might as well hand them the trophy right now and crown them Super Bowl 59 champions because there's no way they will get stopped during the playoffs. They're going to win every single game now and win the Super Bowl. There's absolutely no way they get beat during the playoffs. The Minnesota Vikings are an amazing football team. They will win the Super Bowl and win the NFL championship by beating whoever. It doesn't really matter who plays them. There's no chance. The Minnesota Vikings are playing unbelievably strong and good right now. They are so good. They're 14-2 and they play Detroit. If they'll probably end up beating Detroit by 40 at least, maybe even 50 or 60 points. The Minnesota Vikings will get the number one seed. Even if they don't get the number one seed, they might just feel sorry for Detroit and say, okay, Detroit, here you go. And then the Vikings will just dominate. I'm not a Vikings fan, but they are playing so freaking delicious. Well, if they were a steak, they would be the best steak in the world. I'm having steak for supper, so and I'm having some cheesy. Speaking of the cheese, we went through the cheese. We dominated the cheese. I said I'm not a fan, but I'm going to be a fan now after they beat Green Bay. They are so good. My Uncle Kip thinks they're going to be good too. My Uncle Kip probably could, he's good. He was a good quarterback, but the Minnesota Vikings are so good now. They are so awesome. They're so good, and they're going to absolutely destroy they get to the Super Bowl. They might as well just crown them right now Super Bowl champs because they're so good right now. I guarantee it. You'll be laughing now, but when Super Bowl 59, they hoist up the Lombardi Trophy, and the purple will finally get, and it'll be purple rain, and the Vikings will take the Super Bowl at least this season. They will beat whoever. They are going to win the Super Bowl, and no team is going to be able to compete with them during the playoffs. They might rest their players. They might just say, hey, Detroit, we'll feel sorry for you. We'll rest all our starters and put even the practice squad players in there, and they probably still would win. Well, they probably wouldn't win, but they would probably feel sorry for Detroit. They get the number one seed. That's okay, though. The Vikings will win. They'll get the whatever seed, the fifth seed more than likely, or the first seed. It doesn't matter. They're dominant. They got the Super Bowl this year. This coming season, and they will win Super Bowl 59. They will hoist the Lombardi Trophy. The Minnesota Vikings will win the Super Bowl, and Skull will, The only thing I don't like about the Vikings, it's like their colors are purple. They should be like silver and green, or green and white, or something, or red and white, red, white, and silver, and maybe a little black. Yeah, red, black, white, and silver should be their colors. But it doesn't really matter. The Vikings are the best team in the NFL, bar none. In fact, all the other teams should just forfeit from here on out. Vikings will win the Super Bowl. I mean, I'm so confident they'll win the Super Bowl that, I could bet everything. And my Uncle Kip is doing the same thing. He's got money on them. They're playing so good right now. The Minnesota Vikings are for real. They are going to win the Super Bowl. Tell you what, if you're watching this right now in February, you can write a comment and type a comment in and say, "Look, you were right, Gordon Miller." And like to say that, I'll say to you, I'll be like, well, I won't say nothing, but I'll just be, God, they're gonna win the Super Bowl, guys. Jeez. Minnesota Vikings, Super Bowl champs, easily. Thank you for watching the Gordon Miller Show.